Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I got King Kong in front of me. This is by NECA. Now the thing about King Kong is, I did see this version of King Kong that was made back in like the 30s or 40s. And for stop motion, it was actually pretty decent. I mean, like at the time, I can just imagine going to the theater and seeing this movie and being like thoroughly thrilled or scared by watching this gigantic beast on the screen. Now, my version of King Kong was the one that came out in the late 70s, and I just remember the poster, you know, King Kong, 1 foot on each of the Twin Towers, you know, holding a jet in his hand, and that poster just made it look spectacular. But then you get to the movies and you saw that King Kong wasn't quite so big, and he couldn't actually stand 1 foot on each of the Twin Towers, but he leaped from one tower to the other, and apparently there were no jet planes coming in to fight off King Kong, but instead they were helicopters. But it was still like really cool, and I really liked the movie. Now, King Kong's one of those movies that's been redone over and over again, and we recently got the Kong vs. Godzilla, which was released HBO Max, and it was actually pretty good. But this is King Kong. This is based on that old vintage movie feel, so you can see the pictures on the sides and you can see the detailing in the back. There's multiple different shots. There he is holding the biplane, you know, that we would have seen in the movie, and here he is in black and white. And the cool thing is, when you open it, I almost expected this figure to be black and white when I was looking at the box, but they did actually add color to it, which is kind of nice. And he's got these little slash marks on it. Now, I haven't gotten one of these NECA figures before, so this is going to be my first time with you opening it up and checking out his articulation. I do have some of the Back to the Future figures and the McCready figure from The Thing, which I also have those reviews on my channel. So check them out if you get a chance, and don't forget to hit a thumbs up and leave some comments down below before the end of the video or right afterwards. Tell me what you think of this figure, and if you think these are worth picking up. All right, let's get this guy out of the box and take a closer look at what we got. Okay, so right out of the box, this figure comes with quite a few accessories. He's got 4 extra sets of hands, an extra head, and he's got his bondage pieces. Now, the cool thing about this figure is I didn't know what was coming in this, but when I pulled out the figure, there was a back panel and it had all the extra hands and stuff like that. But the other cool piece about this figure is it comes with this biplane, which is pretty good, and it's got this little guy in there with the machine gun, and it comes with the propeller that looks like it's actually in motion. So this is actually kind of cool to have with your figure. Would have been nice if it came with like a little stand or something like that to show it in motion, but we're gonna see if maybe we can fit this in the hand, because that would actually be pretty cool. So let's take a closer look at the articulation of the figure. Okay, here we go. With this figure, it's actually kind of cool because it's got this like joint right up here on the shoulder, which has a rotation. It's got this one that moves in and out, and it's got like a lower arm here that has like a little bit of pivot. You got the elbow here that kind of turns. You got the wrist and hand, and look, I can almost get his hand to touch his chest like he's beating it, right? So that is actually kind of cool. And then he's got this piece right here that has articulation. Then he's got this upper leg articulation. Then he's got this like knee joint that kind of has a little bit of a pivot movement, and it has like the bend. So that is really cool. And then of course in the feet, it has like a swivel. So this figure right here has a lot of articulation in it, and this is the coolest part about this head sculpt. Look at that. This head actually has a mouth that opens, and there you have it. Look at all the detail in there. That is pretty cool. And then the head moves up and down and really looks around. I mean, this is actually a really cool piece and looks fantastic. Now just look at that detailing on there. It really looks like fur to me. And then he's got those scars, of course, on his chest. And that is actually really, really neat. Look at that. He is just fierce. And look at those eyes. Those eyes are just amazing, right? The paint and the color on those, that just looks super cool. Can you see if I can get a good shot of that? That just looks really cool. And the other cool thing too is that he does come with these pieces here, which are his chains, and you would just pop the hand off and then slide it on, and then you would have his wrist and chains. And that is actually really, really cool. I mean, if you look at this guy, he looks just phenomenal, right? And then here's the plane. Yeah, this guy looks pretty cool. So I'm kind of happy. I'm happy with this. This is the NECA King Kong. All right, there you have it, everybody. There's the King Kong figure by NECA. Comes with everything you see here, the 4 hands, the extra head, the biplane with the gunner in the back, which is pretty cool. So thanks for sticking with me and watching the video. Make sure to leave some comments down below. Check out some of my videos. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Thanks, everybody.